What's up Pre-PT fam, my name is Ben Kim and welcome back to the 2.4 Pre-PT channel. If you're feeling lost and unsure about the application process, this is just a video for you, as in this video I'll be showing you the 5-step approach I use with my mentees and a bonus tip to game plan their acceptance so they know exactly what they'll be doing each month and when they will apply. So the first step of the 5-step method is actually finding your top 5 schools, and this is important because it helps us set our target. Now we actually already have a video on this, and you can find that in the card right above, or we'll have it linked down below in the description box. The second step of the 5-step method is researching the requirements of the 5 schools that you picked and their average acceptance stats. And so we'll actually dive into the PC to show you how this is done. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to ptcast.org. Alright, so now once we're here, we are going to go to your program directory. You can go to either list of programs or program prereqs, but for now we'll just go to list of programs. And then we'll go to program by name. And then once we're here, we can go to any school, a low GPA school to start off. So let's scroll down. Let's do, we can do Toro University in Nevada. And so here you'll have the program information, you'll have the deadlines, you'll have the requirements, observation hours, supplemental. So you have a lot of information on this page, right? And so let's start off with requirements. And so here you can see what the minimum GPA scores are, you can see what the average accepted is, and you can also see the GRE requirements right here, and also the average score for the GRE accepted. And so if you scroll down, you can see the course prerequisites, and so now these are the classes that you're going to need. So you have Anatomy Physio 1, Anatomy Physio 2, Biology 1, Chem 1, Chem 2, Physics 1, Physics 2, a Social or Behavioral Science, and then you have another Social or Behavioral Science. But what you'll notice on the right hand side is they also have a list of acceptable courses, the amount of credits, tells you if a lab is required or not. And so this could be really helpful because if you already have one of these and you got a higher grade than say your anatomy course, this school, they even let you replace Anatomy and Physio 1 with any biology course. And so it's good to have a list of acceptable courses just so you can see you can substitute that instead of the typical class they would take. Also just note that if you choose to use one of these classes to fill one of these requirements, it can't be used again. So if you use Bio 1, well, you can't use Bio 1 to fulfill this requirement because you also need Bio 1 here as a separate requirement. So it has to be a different biology course to fill the Anatomy and Physio 1 prereq should you choose to substitute it. So you want to take a look at this and you want to make a list for all the schools that you'll be applying to because some schools require different things. For example, if we go to the University of St. Augustine, you're going to see that they require different classes. For example, you scroll down, they require human growth and development over lifespan. They require medical terminology, and the rest seems to be about the same as all your other typical schools. But this is why you want to make a list to begin with for all your top 5 schools. That way you know exactly how many classes you need to take to fulfill all of these 5 schools. And so you're not left with a little surprise once you're actually applying. They ask for a certain class, you don't have it, and now you have 4 choices instead of 5. This is also going to help you plan out when you're going to take everything. And that way when it comes time to apply, there's no surprises and you'll be ready and you'll have everything ready. Some other good things to look at are their observation hour requirements. And lastly, I would just take a good look at the deadlines as well for all your schools that you're applying to. See what kind of deadline they have, if it's firm or if it's soft or if it's a rolling admissions, just so you know when you should be applying by. And if there are any important dates, if they offer early decisions, that's another thing for you to consider. We'll probably do a future video on that as well. But that's pretty much it for step 2. Just get that all out on paper, on a doc. So you have a list of every class that you need, all the observation hours you would need, and any other requirements that that school would have, and just keep note of their admission dates as well. The third step of the 5-step method is called the class breakdown. And so here, this is where we break down what classes do you still need to retake or need to take. From there, you can kind of have an idea of how many semesters you need. And just keep in mind, like if you need to retake, say, Bio 1 and Bio 2, that at every school, they might not let you take Bio 1 and 2 again in the same semester. So just keep those in mind. So those that have like Bio 1, Bio 2, Chem 1, Chem 2, Physics 1, Physics 2, and such, just keep in mind that those will usually need to be taken in 2 separate semesters. These classes could be taken anywhere, whether it's at your university if you haven't graduated yet, or you could take it at a community or junior college as well. From there, decide how you're going to spread these classes out. So for me, I actually wanted to apply a year earlier than I actually applied to, because I was kind of at that point where if I really wanted to, I could have classes pending and apply still. I think most schools allow you to have 2 pending classes, but at that point, I wasn't really quite done studying for my GRE yet. I still had the STEM essay and a whole bunch of other things to get down. And so after talking to my mentors, they reasoned to me that it would be best to actually just take your time, wait a year. I know you don't want to, but just do it. It's gonna allow you to have more time to study for your GRE. It's gonna allow you to have more time to really take your time with your classes, and it's gonna let you show off all your hard work on your application when you turn it in, on top of not having to take shortcuts on your application. And so after listening to that logic, I did it and everything worked out really well. So if you guys are debating taking a gap year, I strongly recommend it. I know you and everyone around you wants you to get through it as soon as possible, but sometimes that actually can really hurt you. And if it doesn't work out your first try, you might get discouraged and it's gonna cost you more money too. So if you need to take a gap year, just take it. It's not a bad thing at all and you'll be fine. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like down below. It really helps the channel grow and I really appreciate it. And if you guys want to stay up to date with all the latest content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hope you all are staying safe. You guys got this, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.